Yo, what's the deal? You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Cartier, you in Cartier World. Today, we got another reaction video, bro. These are the like, comment, sub up, man. Like, comment, sub up. Let's run them numbers up, bro. I see y'all. Appreciate y'all. Y'all been tapping in, bro. We trying to grow this community, grow the people. Y'all know we here to react, man. And if y'all want me to react to something, put it in them comments, man. We need 5,000 subs, so let's get to 5K subs. We're going to keep running it up, man. It's man's hot topics back to back. Today we got a no jumper clip. Adam responds to DW Flame getting mad at his show being canceled. Now, if y'all don't know, DW Flame, Long Beach, California rapper. He been rapping for a minute now. Recently was beefing with Big Sad 1900. They released diss tracks against each other. Ex No Jumper co-host. He was there for like a little minute. Not really that long, to be honest, but he was in the building for a little minute. Adam pulled the plug on all the shows, but he mad because his show got canceled. So let's tap in. Maybe it wasn't productive for Adam for some reason. Let's see.
Take more offense to recent changes with No Jumper than essentially anybody else. He blamed it on the fact that he said he didn't get a phone call. I told him I did call him, and I have it in my call log still that I tried to call him. But he definitely took it more personal, the recent changes in terms of No Jumper, than other people.
Nigga said, you ain't called me. You ain't called me. Adam said, hold on. Look, here go the receipts. Hey, is Adam lying or Flame lying, nigga? Because we know Adam will lie.
And he went on Instagram Live and he made a couple of different statements. And I realized that some of these statements have, caused quite a bit of commotion within our fan base and our culture, our universe out here. And so the two main first statements that he made is, number one, he said some stuff about Adam, you don't want to pay a black man his money because he got shot at No Jumper, yada, yada, which...
Hold on. Nigga, this is Adam first time talking about Deshaun getting shot. He said, you don't want to pay Adam, you don't want to pay the black man his money, aka Deshaun, for getting shot at your building. Adam, you the boss. All of this shit fall on you. It's all your fault at the end of the day. No matter how it unfolded, nigga got popped at your facility. You know what I'm saying? He is a cheap nigga, I could tell Adam. But pay that man, nigga. Pay that man Deshaun. I bet you won't have the circus Negroes in there no more. That shit got out of control. He couldn't handle it. It's too much. Niggas getting shot. He might have possible lawsuits. You know what I mean? He was trying to be puppet master to the Negroes and shit.
To me, was very concerning because I know what DW knows, and I know that DW, just like every single other person in this office, knows that nobody got shot in No Jumper. So that right there.
Is that true? Is that true, gang? That nigga got shot, bro. I think you trying to cover your ass. I ain't gonna lie. He the nigga lied with a straight face, then 6 months later, video come out.
Made me think, maybe I kind of misjudged you because it really didn't take a lot for you to come on here and start lying.
Yeah.
And you guys know, and I would not sit here and point at you and say, you guys know, but you know that what I'm saying is true and that nobody got shot at No Jumper. So to see somebody like very quickly decide that they want to start pushing the narrative that somebody did get shot at No Jumper, I'm like, that's weird. That's very surprising to me. I didn't think that you would do that, and I don't think that many people are really going for it. But there was another statement.
Nah, niggas is going for it, Adam. It just ain't really caught that public eye yet. Don't let Complex, TMZ, them get a whiff of it, but the niggas in the YouTube streets know about it. Niggas been talking about it, talking on it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you playing foul ball, and you in a tricky situation, nigga. Now, I ain't gonna lie, him exposing you because you got fired, that ain't necessarily the strongest move, but that's his move. That's his play. You could control him. You didn't have control on your own show with him. So, that's just kind of what happened. Maybe this is how he really felt about you. Like, I could tell he was a little distant. Hey, but this what come with it. You just abruptly move niggas show. They got shit to say at him.
Which we can get into in the future.
Yeah,
But there was another statement he made basically bragging about how he was accepting money from people to appear on No Jumper. And he seemed very proud of this. And he deleted it soon after, possibly because he might have kind of realized that this was essentially like him admitting to stealing, bragging about stealing. I thought it was like a weird thing for him to be so triumphant about, but I understand that this kind of...
Shouts to that embezzlement flex. Let's get it.
I mean,
Yo,
I was impressed. I was like, wow, I didn't see either of these statements coming.
yo, wait.
That was a little surprising.
So, how is
I'm sorry.
that's what I'm saying. When you leave and you get to speaking on stuff that you think is just a side play and shit that's going on, you don't know how that's fucking up your life in the long run. You get what I'm trying to tell you? Like
He said, nigga, that temporary finesse, now you ain't got no job, nigga. He didn't cut your water off. He cut your water off because you trying to finesse some bread to interview people, bring these people up, get them on No Jumper. You embezzling, quote unquote. But this is, they gangsters supposed to be no snitch culture. If y'all didn't know, Adam a gangster too now. For real, for real. He in them deep waters, nigga.
like him
Trying to get them clips off.
just
them
getting the
viral
clips
again.
off,
Yeah.
and it's like, damn. If Adam really wanted to do some bullshit to me right now, like you really can, like you get what I'm saying.
Do we
Even
think
though-
he was like serious? Like, is it possible that?
I mean, do you believe that anyone would spend $5,000 to go on his podcast? I don't know. It's kind of like, it depends on how much money that person had.
You know what? If they're like, so I could see for sure people being down for that. Just because, like, if this
5,000.
I can't say it for a specific number, but I know that people are like, they want that No Jumper clout so bad. And if all it took was an investment, like, hell yeah, 5 seems a little bit high. You know what I mean? Like if you spending 5 G's, I would, me personally, if I'm like a company, I'd want to get a couple million impressions off that.
But you
know what I
already
mean?
know
Like,
that he's not going to say the actual amount that he got.
Yeah.
He's going to take the actual amount that he got from somebody to appear on the
multiply
podcast, and he's going to
it by-
multiply it by 4 or 5.
Or 10.
Realistically, maybe 10. We don't know. Because look, it is an easy setup. And like, this reminds me of a conversation I had with my poker coach recently, bbzpoker.com. He mentioned to me how he runs like staking business, right? So if like you're good at playing poker, but you don't got enough money, he'll give you 10 grand, he'll give you 20 grand, whatever.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
play
yeah.
poker using his money, and if you make money, then he gets a split of it. If you lose money, then you're in debt,
so
whatever.
he's a futuristic bookie accommodating the needs of the time.
Exactly. But then
Yeah.
he also coaches these people, helps make them better, whatever. They have a cool relationship. And he's been doing this for a long time. And in the early
Is
days
his
of
name Adam?
no, his name's Jordan. And in the early days of his business, he told me that a lot of people would run off on him. Like
Yeah.
they would just run up a bill, not pay him, etc. And he said that they would like that he can't in retrospect blame them for doing that because he created an environment in which there was so little bookkeeping going on with these people that is basically like if you create an
Okay, so Adam, is he taking accountability right now? Is that what I'm hearing? He created an environment, he harbored an environment where it was so little control. It's drama here, drama there, drama within the employees, and even him exposing his own employees for messing with trans people, talking about their wives and families. So, you know, maybe Adam created this culture. Are you taking accountability, Adam? We want to know. Nigga.
environment in which it's too easy for somebody to steal, you kind of can't blame them for
Well,
stealing.
fools run off on a Visa tab all the time. That's a daily occurrence. You
What's
know
a
what I mean?
Visa tab?
Like I'm
Their
saying,
credit card bill.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
okay.
if you have like 15 bands or 20 bands of Visa, skirt. You feel
Right.
me? Like
Yeah.
7 years that shit finna get cleared. Like whatever. Like fuck it. Like just like you're like I'm sure we all know multiple people.
But the thing is,
I mean-
is that if you like the environment that we created with the fucking weekly pods, there is like it was such a free for all. It was such a bring whoever the fuck you want on. That it's like there's no accountability. Like none of us are like chiming in and saying like, "Hey, that guy that you brought on the podcast sucked." It seemed like he might have been paying you to appear on the podcast, whatever. Like we weren't doing any of that, and as a result, like I kind of almost can't blame him.
Oh, he's saying he didn't check his employees for having people who wasn't deserving on the channel or people who may have been bad internet personalities. Interesting. I never really watched a full episode of the CEO podcast. Shout out to Flame though. I think I watched like a piece of a couple, but you know, hey, you know what I'm saying? Shit happens, Flame. You said, nigga, it ain't nothing. You got the bread. You wasn't using it for that. So it's like, shit, don't even be salty. Nigga, bust your move and keep going. Like, you just wasn't with the freaky shit, you know? You wasn't trying to, like, to be on Adam platform, you had to be flexible. Willing to talk about freaky shit, political shit, gang shit, you know, deal with little gay jokes, harassment, and you didn't fit that bill. That's what I think this is.
If he was doing that, because
It's genius.
there's just so little accountability that I was a little shocked. But you seemed like you were potentially saying that you felt like what he was doing by bringing those issues to the table was kind of federale-ish.
What I was saying,
Clarify.
yeah, what I was saying, because police-wise, I wasn't saying nothing about court.
Right, of course, yeah.
The conversation was on fake telling.
Yeah.
Sharp was like, well, Compa passed me the phone and like, is this telling? Is this telling?
Oh, this nigga said, hey, you a snitch. Talking about somebody got shot up at No Jumper. Nigga, why you snitching? Is that dry snitching? Y'all let me know. I thought signing an affidavit was snitching. Nigga, I ain't know. I guess this dry snitching.
Right.
So like questionable telling type shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like me.
So for example, if someone else hypothetically was running a similar jug over here, now the attention has been brought to the powers that be.
And I'm like, when you leave somewhere and you just get to doing shit like that, you get what I'm saying, and you talk, but you let because at the end I said, you my brother, don't let your emotions get you to talk about shit that ain't because it's not true, but then like that could possibly get to some other shit. You get what I'm saying? But in a manner of me not saying like, hey, you a police snitching ass nigga, like nigga put him off, he's a snitch. The conversation was on fake telling.
Yeah, but of course people are gonna take that and
they gonna take that. Yeah, so it was like I'm like, can you talk about it?
He politicking on DW. I mean, is he getting at DW like he his brother or a random nigga on the street? Because I think they got funk now too. But you know. Hey, he said, nigga, you dry snitching, you supposed to be a gangster. I don't know. I ain't know that was snitching. You know, this shit get complicated, for real.
He's not stupid, bro. Like, he's smart enough to be able to read between the lines. He's been in, like, the media space.
Like, he said everything public record, but it's not, because none of us from the office, we never talked about the situation, period. Whatever the fuck type of situation that happened, whoever did know something, and nobody got shot, but whatever the fuck that was going on, and then for somebody to confirm, like, all right, the security guard up here or something, or say that
because he was throwing somebody else under the bus right there, which is like, that person was always solid with me.
Shit, he want Dejan to get paid, nigga. He said, nigga, pay Dejan, homie. Straight up. I mean, if he wasn't a gangster, it wouldn't be snitching. Cause it's like, nigga, why y'all trying to lie and say that man ain't get shot, bro? Nobody makes that type of shit up, man. Real talk. And even it, like, bro, nah, bro. It's something about this shit ain't right. I don't believe they telling the truth.
I never wanted to like put their business out there or talk about anything that was going on with this person. So like the idea of like exposing the circumstances, it's like, that's not cool, because then that person's gonna have a harder time in life. And he didn't do nothing to involve himself in, well, besides the obvious, he didn't do anything to involve himself in this fucking situation. He doesn't deserve to be called out like that. I thought that was kind of lame to like throw his business out there.
Well, obviously he like has a certain level of disdain for him because just the way he talked about him in that clip. You know what I mean? Like so, like.
But this is something I would have brought up in a jokingly manner if he would have been right here, like, damn, cuz you think that you said that was cool, like, nigga, like, you know what I'm saying, like, not saying that you was so when I said snitch, it just automatically clipped. Oh, Brick Baby's calling him a snitch. Like, nigga, you didn't go to the police and do no weird shit. Like, because in the gang world, that word's so sensitive. You get what I'm saying? I didn't mean to call him a snitch, but I was like, basically, like, that ain't straight.
But,
Like,
okay,
you get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
you know
no,
what I mean?
totally
At the end of the day,
I heard a
because-
couple different versions of it though. I heard Brick Baby is mad that DW exposed the way that people got paid, or like saying that people ain't really getting paid in No Jumper. I heard people saying Brick Baby is mad because DW exposed the shit about Mustard Man and security or whatever. And I heard people saying Brick Baby's mad because he snitched on the jug of taking money for interviews because Brick Baby is doing that as well.
Listen,
Hold on. Shit, is that your jug, Brick? Did he expose your jug? Adam don't look like he finna fire you. He like, nigga, Adam can't trust him because he trying to expose him about the Dejan shit. He got so many different narratives and so many different people and no proof. It's like, hold on, you making this shit hot. Hey, Brick could be on the low scheming, getting that dough up, nigga. Shit, he's stealing from our culture.
That's just a theory that a few people hit me with.
Number 1 and 3 are essentially the same thing with a little extra on it. That's
So,
the
no.
Parmesan on the
No,
fucking,
no.
you know.
Brick Baby is mad because you are leaving. I'm not even mad, first and foremost. I'm not mad. I'm just going back because you said niggas ain't getting no chili up there. Like, you don't
Right.
know what niggas doing up here. And
Yeah,
it ain't
you
even
know,
that.
and Brick specifically said, and that's to reference the second point. Like Brick specifically said on the Sharp's pod the other day.
Yeah.
Brick said like everybody has their own arrangement. Really, like I don't know what Brick makes over here. I don't know. It's not my
Yeah.
business. Like what did Hov say? Well, you don't make me shit. You
And
feel
what
me?
you're
Like,
getting at right now is you're saying that you have a contract and that
Yeah.
he was getting paid per individual piece of
Yeah.
content, which, to be totally fair, like, that is kind of like how it goes, is that people come around and we pay them for individual pieces of content. And then at some point, if it becomes obvious, like, oh, we want to have this person on a consistent schedule, I want to be able to rely on them X amount of times per month, et cetera, then we're going to put them on contract. The thing with DW is he didn't really like stick around long enough or really like create that value where I was dying to give him a contract. Because I'm gonna be real with you, like his podcast, like I gotta give him credit. He showed up, he did it. P Nice has a lot of potential as a
P. Nice is
podcaster and
fire.
shit. I think everybody agrees that P Nice got a future as a
Nice
podcaster and
is
everything
fire.
like that. But also, DW was incapable of putting a stop to the swearing in the beginning part of the podcast. I think that he might have been the most consistently demonetized podcaster in the history of No Jumper. Like literally every
There
single.
go Adam sitting on flame. He like, oh, you ain't bringing money in. You demonetized. Da da da. Adam talking his shit now. Shout out to P Nice though. P Nice was hard. He's a good personality. You know, shout out to both them dudes, but it just didn't work out. And Adam like, nigga, why you gotta be a crybaby when you dip and shake shit up, try to rattle shit up? Like, I don't know. Is that sensitive?
Episode
He has some
was
dope
yellow.
guests though.
He did. He got some good guests.
Nick Cannon, Justina Valentine.
The ones
like,
who didn't pay, exactly. But and that,
Justina Valentine brought 10 racks.
Yeah.
That's from a promo budget.
nah, but you know what I'm saying? Like he like there was just kind of a lack of professional. Like I can't blame him 100% for getting every single episode demonetized. Aside from the fact that like he always was a person who had a very hard time not swearing. But then on top of that, it's like the views weren't really like looking too astounding. It kept going down every single month. Like if he wanted to make a push to like get a contract and be like consistently on the podcast and everything, for sure we could have got to that point, but it would have had to be something that like you have to be like kind of bringing an audience to a certain
regardless,
have developed a fan base that's going to watch on the channel, right?
Like regardless of that, like he's been in the industry long enough to know that ultimately you have to have those conversations with upper management and whoever the financial team, which there is in place at No Jumper. You know who to talk to about that. So if you want to get that situation cracking for yourself, or you want to change whatever financial arrangement you have in place, holler at the man. You feel me? You know who to talk to.
And I was just a
You know
little,
who pays you.
I was a little insulted because he's talking about motherfuckers ain't getting no chili, rah, rah, rah. And it's like, bro, I'm out. Like on that podcast, I don't know how many episodes it was probably 10 episodes. Whatever I paid you is what I'm out, because every single one lost money, like big, every single one. Like, you know, it's just, it wasn't getting any views. And
Damn, bro. Yeah, man. Adam had to reshape shit. If y'all don't know, he canceled all his shows, and now he's trying to focus on quality content versus loads of content, and just trying to reshape his channel into maybe something he actually would enjoy. I think he just got sick of it. He thought, hey, maybe this might be a good idea. It was too like hard to kind of curate, control, and it was losing him money. But that's interesting. I didn't take Flame as the not professional type of person, you know. I don't know if I would say that, but yeah, man, if it ain't adding up, it ain't adding up. Maybe that was a conversation that needed to be had. But I think Flame still actively trying to be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if he was 1 foot in, 1 foot out. He like, nigga, I want to rap still. I'm not trying to podcast. And he wasn't really doing both or executing both well. So that's probably where Adam like, okay, you know, like you didn't prove to me enough. You right, because you got to have a fan base, this, that, and the third. If we going to contract you, put you on a contract.
It's getting demonetized on every single one. So what the fuck are we talking about? Like, you know, this has to make sense for the business as well. Even like breaking even is like a decent outcome. But we weren't doing that. We were like just paying you on the premise that this might start getting more views as time goes by. And, you know, I mean, if he was really that confident, it's like, why don't you just go do it on your own or do it for like another platform or something? Because like if you were really bringing that much value to the platform, then you should probably have all kinds of other options as well, right?
I mean, he low-key, in that same live he did allude to the fact that, like, yo, I'm really, like, podcasting, like, it was cool, like, I enjoyed it, like, ain't really my thing, I gotta get back to this rapping. I'm glad that I was able to shed some light on my boy P-Nice, you feel me?
Yeah.
He can, and I honestly, like, I thought that was dope, ultimately.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I do think that DW has potential as a podcaster, absolutely, but, like, I feel like P-Nice seems way more passionate about it, and, like, he could actually go very...
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
They say that he had a passion for it before.
Yeah.
So and either way,
Nice already did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
So I mean, he didn't have a podcast, but I guess him and his brother used to always
Well,
talk
and
about him.
DW did want to, like, I know he had an interest in it because I had DW on my pod last, like, summer. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because that's the homie. It's like, so I had him on the pod, and he was all, like, he had hit me up, like, what's up? Let's do another show. Let's do shows. And I was like, damn, the way my pod is low key equipped isn't based at that time on continual guests. So I didn't really know how to, like, you know, make it make sense because it was more just an interview based podcast at the time.
Yeah.
But him, so it's like he had that interest in it. So like when I saw him land in No Jumper, at first I was juiced. So I was like, hell yeah, DW, like that's exactly what you should do. And like, what a better platform for you to be on. But when I saw like the whole, I don't know if crash out's the word, but the perturbance he was exhibiting on the microphone afterwards, and just like the animosity he had towards the
You
situation.
talking about Bad Bitch Gate?
Way after Bad Bitch Gate. Way after Bad Bitch Gate.
when I think about that now, I'm like,
Sad
how did I think that was going to go?
Yeah, it wasn't like you was talking to me. You felt like you were talking to me.
No, but that's
Like,
the thing.
you
Like,
know,
I guess
we
I didn't
talk
know him
crazy.
as well
Yeah,
at that
yeah,
time, so I didn't really think of it as going the way that it went. Like I didn't
Yeah.
know it was gonna go like that. But when I think about it now, I'm like, why did I try that one? Like, that does seem kind of
you
ambitious.
clearly, but I really don't think, I didn't take it as, I just saw that as Adam being Adam. Like, I don't think there's anyone
Right.
that's ever been a cast member of the No Jumper show that you wouldn't feel
Because I would have said that to
comfortable
somebody
joking.
like you, and you would have fucking laughed, and you would have
Yeah.
taken that joke.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even
and made another one.
AD would get kind of sensitive about certain things, but even AD would have, like, worst case scenario, would have been like, bitch, what you say? You called me-"
Those fools,
you
would
know?
those fools would call each other bitch more than people.
That's a
from,
good point, yeah.
More than people from Dallas.
They were very into
literally,
roasting
like-
in general, yeah.
Like, you know the way Dallas fools,
That's
and
how
then be
me
like,
and Ummies is anyway, so.
like, you know how fools out there literally talk like, yo, hey, bitch, as like slang, and it's not meant in a disrespectful way.
Yeah.
That's how often those fools on at the end of the week, they would
End of the week.
constantly, you feel me? At the end of the day, you know what I'm talking about? Like, hey, it was a weekly show.
Yo, but like
Probably would've been better-
WEAK?
Yeah, at the end of the week.
Wait, that's not even that funny. Never mind. But that would have been like, it would have been something. Like,
So, and then to address the selling the interviews, right?
right.
I do more paid interviews with me leaving
when you go to other people's platforms.
Yeah,
Right.
so it's like I barely do interviews by myself in order to sell them. Because I just start trying to neck them, like pause, like take a, you know what I'm saying, do them by my.
Hella pause. Neck what, homie? I know that's crazy. Neck 'em is crazy. But yeah, man, Flame, man. Hey, bro, keep rapping. Keep doing your rap shit. Get money. You on these shows with Nick Cannon. Just keep venturing out on that. No Jumper just didn't fit your mold. You know, you was too like hard body, not trying to be flexible to fit the No Jumper mold, and that's cool. So it's just like, hey, it get like that. Y'all didn't, you know, y'all left, and it didn't make sense for either one of you. Both of y'all business moves, so you did. But I do feel them like you don't necessarily have to get, you know, go out, oh, this, that, and the third. Like, you know what I'm saying? Why you want to do all that when niggas leaving? You should have did that while you was there. If that's what you was really on, like, nigga, what happened?
So it's like you.
But I feel like I kind of got you onto that hustle too, because as soon as you did No Jumper, I remember you talking to me about how you were trying to like get into doing more content or like more shit in general.
Yeah.
And I remember at that time being like, I don't know if No Jumpers like really got room for more hosts right now, but I set you up with Cam Capone.
Yeah.
Okay, was the Cam Capone?
Because I told him, I'm
before No
like,
Jumper?
if you go on Cam Capone after No Jumper, it'll like really kind of get you more in the mix. So it'll look like you fucking with a bunch of different shit. You know?
That's
you
what set
did,
you
you
off,
did.
like high key.
Yeah.
I didn't even
Like,
think about that. That's exactly
I remember
what
where
happened.
I was when I had that conversation. I was at Riley Reed's house at
Fire.
some sort of birthday party thing.
Shouts to one of the goats.
That's
I
crazy.
still beat off to it.
Hey, shout out to Adam. No, he put Brick on, set him up with Cam Capone, and Brick Baby be doing No Jumper, Cam Capone. I think it's like Real Tune TV. He do a lot of Texas-based podcasts, and just kind of go on there, share his story, talk about hot topics. So you know, he kind of making his lane for himself. The only thing I want Brick to do, man, I want to challenge that nigga to chill on them perks. And we just want to hear more fluid conversations, different types of topics maybe you speak on, but just like slow down on them perks, you know what I mean? But y'all let me know what y'all think, bro. What's Cartier? You in Cartier World?